Good morning, it's Sunday the 17th of November 2019. I'm going to show you some lovely seeds that you can sow at this time of year. Nice to keep going in regards to gardening during the winter, makes you feel better, and it can also give you a lovely head start for the following growing season. So winners all round. So I'll show you quickly what I'm going to sow. Sweet pea singing the blues, sweet pea turquoise lagoon, superior licorice mint, Korean mint, and geraniums, otherwise known as Pelagoniums, horizon white. A little bit about what I'm growing here. So sweet peas singing the blues and turquoise lagoon, these are lovely varieties. I've grown these before and I've found that you don't need to soak the seeds prior to sowing them. They germinate perfectly well just being sowed like this into trays of multi-purpose compost, and literally all you do, so I've sowed the rest of these already, I've got one seed remaining here like that, and all you do, just put it in like that, simply push it down in and sow them like that. I'm going to be putting another layer of compost over the top of these. Now here we've got the Korean superior licorice mint. Now this is intriguing because the seeds are really tiny, and I'll show you what they look like. There you go, you see those, and all I've done is literally scattered them on the top of the multi-purpose compost and pushed them in, and once again I'm going to put another layer of compost over the top. And here, the horizon white geraniums. I've once again grown these before. Now you can purchase geranium seeds from the internet, probably from garden centres as well. Very good varieties these are. I've grown them before, and you can see the seeds like that. All I'm simply done is laid them on top. Once again, push in, another layer of compost over the top, and away you go. You can see that for everything I've grown here, or going to grow here, I've put a little ice cream stick in like that, so I know what varieties I'm growing, because I like to know what I'm growing, and you simply just do that. I mean, these are all relatively easy things to grow. Everything here in this tray except the licorice I've grown before with success. I'm hoping to duplicate this success once again. These are my other sowings I intend to sow today. Onavec hot pepper. I've germinated some of those a few weeks ago, or sowed them a few weeks ago in the windowsill, and they've come up, they're looking lovely. So Onavec hot pepper, I'm going to have plenty of those. Red beard bunching onion, and feast spring or salad onion. So I've got my hot peppers on the top of the compost. Once again, push down, and I'm going to be putting another layer of compost over the top. And as I stated before, peppers, chilies, etc. can be a bit slow to germinate, so be prepared to wait maybe 3 weeks or so before you see them germinate. Right, so I'm going to be germinating these red beard bunching onions. So once again, relatively small seeds, and all I'm going to do, check you can see this okay, I'm just going to scatter them on the top like this, and that's it. Relatively thick, because I can transplant them at a later date if I indeed wish. Same applies again, push down, compost on top, tag, and last but definitely not least, feast spring or salad onions. I'm going very heavily on spring onions this year because I really enjoy, I think they're just a great thing to grow, and they're also hardy as well. So if they get to a decent size inside, I can just put them outside without having to worry about the frost getting them. So there we go. Some lovely crops that you can indeed sow at this time of year. So with regards to the peppers, some people out there are going to be going, God blimey, they're going to be substantially ready plants by the time, and it's still going to be frosts around. There's still going to be frosts and cold weather around when you plant them out. Well, I intend to have them as part of like a windowsill garden, so that's very good as well. So I can still be picking lovely, fresh chili peppers during the cold season, which I think is lovely, but also I can bring them out if we get good early weather put them in the polytunnel, and you get the idea. Basically have a lovely chili collection of nutritious chilies early in the season. How good is that? Don't be afraid to experiment, okay? Don't, sometimes it's nice to try new things. Here you go, all set. So these are going to go inside on a windowsill and hopefully germinate lovely. Here you go. So this is the windowsill winter garden, if you wish. So you can see just how well things have germinated here. So Oscar early pea, Manchester table carrot, and some of the leaves there even starting to look carroty if you have a look. Komatsuna doing really well. The feast spring onions and the corn salad lamb's lettuce at the back looking good. The purple sword Celtus, you can see that's making some decent sized leaves there. And you can see here, what have we got here? This is, these are the hot peppers. So one germinated there and one there, you see. Now you can see the little bit in front of that pepper just there. I think that's a bit of a corn salad that's got in there. But you can see I've had 2 out of 4 Onavec hot peppers germinate, and I'm very happy about that indeed. And I water these with a little watering can. This little watering can here, which is just perfect for getting into those tight to get into space windowsills. Well, hello there. You may remember these lovely broad beans that I sowed probably about a month ago, something like that, maybe even a little bit longer than that. Variety Aqua Dulce Claudia, and you can see I've had a lot of success. There's still some more to come that are germinating now in the propagators, but I decided to put these in today, and they've made a good size. That one there is probably just maybe even a foot, just under a foot tall, so that's very good. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I've one more 10, and that'll be a nice little supply of broad beans, all being well. Now these are going to make quite a good size. Aqua Dulce Claudia is not a dwarf variety, that's my understanding of it anyway. So I'll be tying these up to beanpole canes when they get a little bit bigger. And I thought I'd show you one here to let you just see what the lovely root. Look at that, real decent sized root on that. So to me that indicates a strong plant. So all I've done is just put them about just over a foot apart, something like that. Put it in like that, firm it down nice and tight. And one option for tying these up is you could put some beanpole canes or some stakes, some sticks, whatever around, and when they get bigger you can tie them up. That's one thing I've done, string or rope around, whatever like that, but I like to just tie them to an individual beanpole cane. And when you're growing not really that many plants like I am here, you can give each one the love that they deserve by giving them each their own individual beanpole cane. My kale is still absolutely rocking, getting a little bit of a leaf off of those still. So with regards to these broad beans, now these are really good because legend has it, if you will, that if you get them in nice and early, you will get your crop before the black fly comes, which we do indeed like to do that because black fly can be very devastating to a crop. So these are in, hopefully a nice early crop next year. Get them out, get the crop and the plants out before the black fly, lovely. And then what I'll do is I'll be putting probably some kale in this patch, this part of the vegetable patch here, because you mustn't grow brassicas, things like kale, cabbage, cauliflower, broccoli, etc. in the same place year after year, because you can get club root, which you really don't want. It forms a little root like that and the plant can't get a good vigorous growth and it will weaken your crop, so you really don't want to risk that. So a nice bit of a crop rotation going on, and broad beans followed by kale can be a good one. One of my homegrown geraniums that I set last year, variety Moulin Rouge, still flowering, absolutely lovely, eh? So I hope you enjoyed that. That's the update of what's going on here. See you in the next video. And if you like my work, please feel free to like, share, subscribe. Dan_Home Gardens on Instagram. Happy Sunday.